Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Bit of a different one today. I am stood in front of my dream car garage. This isn't my garage though, this is actually Neil, aka Road and Races dream car garage. Neil, come along. How you doing?
Are you?
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Yeah, you as well. You're much taller in real life.
Everyone says that, yeah.
Like that.
Guys, I'm 6'4", so if you do see me in person, I probably am.
6'4"?
Yeah.
Jeez.
But no, so basically today we're going to be doing some work on your E61, aren't we?
My BMW, yeah, the aircon's broken, so yeah, we're getting our hands dirty with that one.
And but yeah, I'm going to be showing you guys around the garage and hopefully going over some things that I should be potentially looking for when it comes to my dream car garage.
Learning from my mistakes.
Yeah, basically. So you're the guinea pig. You're the person that I can learn from. But no, honestly, it's already looking like, you know, such a great space here, and I can't wait to get inside. So let's do that now. Okay, so starting from the outside then, anything you would change?
So you might notice the wood's got all funny.
Okay.
And I need to repaint it.
Right.
The reason it's got all funny is because building regulations force me to put a fireproof paint on it.
Yeah.
And that's the coating which has gone a little bit weird.
Is that because it's close to the boundary? Because this is probably something that I'm going to have to do as well myself, because I'm planning on having, about the same distance away from the fence line.
Yeah, it's a lot harder to build your garage close to a boundary. So if you move it 2 meters away, it'll be a lot easier. Because also I had to use fireproof insides as well. So I had to put plasterboard up inside. Because it's more flame retardant, again, for building regs. So you don't have to use certain materials if you build it further away. It gives you more flexibility, that's all.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have that flexibility though. So, but yeah, probably are going to have to. So was this like a clear paint that you put on then, basically, just to keep the natural colour of the wood?
But after about 3 or 4 years, it's gone all funny, and I need to, like, you know, really paint the whole thing again. I would have put a different coating on it, which would have lasted a bit better. Okay. If I had the choice. Right.
Okay, but you can't do that, or.
I don't know if you could have done it over the top of the flame-proof stuff, but after I'd spent a couple of days painting it, I just wanted to get on, and it looked great when I finished.
Yeah, and it don't look bad.
No, you know what I mean? Like rustic now.
Yeah, oh, definitely, yeah.
But it's down to bare wood in some places, so especially on the corners. Right. So I do worry about how wood will last up. It's getting very bare. You know, it's down to literally bare wood here. So you know, it's exposed the elements. So this summer I need to paint it. Luckily the viewers have recommended a really good wood paint for me. Okay. I've forgotten the name of. It's like Renac or Remback. I don't know, sorry. Yeah. If you look at my comments video, on the comments on my video for this garage update, you'll see which one it is. I can tell you afterwards what paint it is. But it's a really good one apparently. Cool. Okay. But no, it honestly looks very smart. Like in the, is this anthracite grey? Yeah, anthracite grey, yeah. It's a Horman door.
Yeah, looks very smart, and matching the pedestrian door as well. So it's sort of the thing that, sort of the style that I'm going with, probably a roller shutter door and then a pedestrian door as well, just so you don't have to keep lifting it up and down to walk in and out. But
while I was running outside, I've got a little water tap, which is quite nice. I don't know if you've got the option to run.
Oh yes, I'll have to have water, just so I can. What is the height of the garage then? I mean, it actually looks tall, much taller in person.
I'd have to get out the diagrams and stuff. I've no idea. This was basically the biggest one they would do at Warwick garages. I'll get a tape measure out, measure it, or I can go back and look at my plans if you want, but I have no idea. Yeah,
I mean, to the eaves, I mean, let's say I'm 6'4", best part of 2 meters. This has got to be best part of 3 meters to the eaves, I would say.
I don't know if an SUV would fit, like a big, enormous Q5 or something like that, but I'm never going to buy one of those, he says. I've had the MG ZS on there, which is an SUV, like a medium-sized SUV.
So, shall we head inside now then?
Yeah. Feels like MTV Cribs. You do like the hip-hop music and speed it all up.
So, we have the E61 on the ramp ready for some work in a short while, but wow, it is it's a big open space in here. It honestly looks much bigger than it does on the videos. So yeah, you said you can have a car at a full height in here.
Yeah,
wow, okay.
I can stand underneath this car.
Wow, okay. Could I stand under it then?
No.
No.
You can't stand under anything though, George. You're a giant.
Oh, God. And these are like full size.
Just to answer your question seriously though, this is a standard lift. And this car will go to the top of the lift.
Oh wow.
So it cannot go any higher.
Right.
So if you can't stand under this, you won't be able to stand under any lift. You're not industry standards.
Yeah, but I just have to go on my knees everywhere.
A little bit crouchy.
Yeah.
Quite a bit crouchy.
Oh.
At the door, now this is a lovely door, and it's very space saving. Yeah. But there are two places where this garage is cold.
Okay.
Which is the door and the floor. Right. The walls are insulated with 100 mil of wool, and the roof has 70 mil of hard insulation, like Celotex stuff in it. So it doesn't get hot from the sun outside or there. When the sun comes around in the afternoon and heats up this door, it's like an oven, and it heats the entire building.
See, that's what I was going to ask. Is it nice and cool in the summer?
Generally, it's quite cool because the floor is always 10 degrees.
Yeah.
So again, in the winter, that kind of brings it down. It gets maybe a bit even colder in the winter, the floor. So there's always a chill coming up in the winter. So it's hard to heat this enormous space without spending too much money because the floor is always cold. There's two things I'd change if I could do it again. The floor is always cold, so I would put some kind of insulating screed or something in it. I didn't research it at all, and I wish I had. So some kind of like household insulative screed, stop the cold coming up, or put some kind of plastic matting down, those interlocking plastic tiles you get. Yeah. I'm not sure if the car would crush them a little bit because they're a bit heavy, but I plan to probably do that in here at some stage. This, I had the option of a sliding door, which would slide and wrap around here. Yeah. Which is insulated. I think it's like that much or something. Okay. But I suppose it'd take up a lot of wall space. I was worried about taking a lot of wall space up. Yeah. But I barely open this door. Okay. Like maybe once a month I open this door. Right. Okay. And I think the hassle of not being able to use this space or just moving this stuff out of the way occasionally would have been worth it. So I would have gone for the sliding door if I could do it again. Okay. So would you say you do feel the cold quite a lot then? Yeah, it's not too bad. I'd say most of the cold is from the floor, but yeah, there's a little bit of a draft from the door in the winter. Okay, so you can't walk around in your shorts and t-shirt then in the winter. So this is a pretty beastly socket then. What's this? It's a 32 amp commando socket for charging electric vehicles. This kind of a future-proof thing. I've charged a few cars in here actually on that. Right. I've got like a cable which plugs in there. Yeah. Like an ohm cable to plug in there, and that converts it down to a Type 2 for cars. Very handy. Before we had the charger at the front of the house. Okay. Now that we've got that, I don't use it as much here, but it's very convenient and it's future-proofed it. So. Yeah, I suppose that's one thing I need to consider really, is future-proofing things, making sure I have all the electrics in place. I would like to at some point start welding, so I suppose I need to have me too, yeah. I've got a 50 amp welding socket over there as well. Okay, right, okay. Well, I'll look at that. I don't know if I'll need 50 amps, but I've got 50 amps. Yeah. So, yeah, and obviously double sockets everywhere. I've probably got 3 on each wall. Yeah, you can never have enough sockets. Yeah, exactly. So, you'll never be able to put them in easily again, so why not? Why are you doing this build, This is where the internet connection leaves the house, goes under the ground into the trench that runs down to the garage. Yeah, this is something I'll have to do because I definitely want internet and water. I know that for sure. Down this pipe, and then that's a electrical light switch, so I can turn the switches for the lights on my garage on remotely from the house. Okay. Which I've never really used. So is the trench underneath the driveway or is it underneath the lawn? It's underneath the driveway. Yeah, okay. It's underneath the driveway. Right, okay. Yeah. Because again, that's something I'm going to have to think of. Yes. I suppose it'd be better underneath the driveway. Well, it's less digging. So if you're digging up the driveway anyway to to put all the hardcore down and everything, aren't you? So if you just need to go a little bit deeper, again, I can find out the exact measurements, but you have to go down so far, put some sand down.
Yeah, just so it's all well protected and everything.
Because you want to protect it from frost.
Yes.
So yeah, it's this big blue MDPE, it's a pipe.
Right.
A plastic pipe all the way down.
Okie doke. And then that literally just goes straight down into the garage, is it?
Straight down, bends a little bit to go to under the work units.
Okay.
Right. The plumber's just left me this.
Oh, right.
That's the MDPE.
This is where it comes out then, the water supply.
Yeah, and there's my really poor excuse for plumbing. Which really
does the job.
Should be secured to the wall, really. I might redo this. It's not ideal, but does the job, yeah. So that's the splitter. That goes down just a push fit. Standard domestic plumbing, flexi for the outside tap. That goes to a water filter for washing the car. So you don't need to dry it because there's no...
you find it actually works then?
It really actually works, surprisingly. I forget, that's a carbon filter, I think, or was it? I don't know, it was in my other video. But yeah, that filters out all the impurities from the water, so you don't actually need to dry your car if you don't want to. Then I can connect pressure washer up to this. The wife's using it to clean the patio at the moment, but yeah, the pressure washer is usually plumbed in here. Then obviously you've got master cut-off and a cut-off for the pressure washer.
Just quickly, you mentioned about the flooring.
Yes.
You would change the flooring. You would advise not to have just a concrete floor.
Well, concrete floor is fine, just I don't know whether you can get like a domestic insulative screed to put on top just to reduce the amount of thermal loss through the floor. That's all. I imagine if you, again, I didn't look into this, I imagine if you're building a house and you have a concrete floor in your house, there's some kind of industry standard top layer of like a concrete E-type screedy mix, which is more thermally efficient, which doesn't let the cold from the floor come up. I don't know if that exists. It might do. I know when we had our underfloor heating done in the old house, they poured some kind of screed over it. So I don't. This is at the edge of my knowledge. I'm just saying I would look into what your options are for making the floor less cold. That's all I would say.
Okay.
Because I've also painted it with a epoxy resin.
And how would you say that's kind of holding on?
When the lift drops tyres on the floor, the tyres obviously bow out and it scrapes the floor, so it's wearing there, which is probably fair enough. Generally, it hasn't really come up. It looks very dirty because I've not mopped, because you're not worth mopping. I don't, you won't care. But it does what it's supposed to do. Like I spill oil and brake fluid and all that kind of stuff on here, and it just wipes off. Otherwise, the concrete gets all stained and horrible.
Kind of soaks in, doesn't it? Under spare concrete.
So from that point of view, it's working really well. I'll probably have to recoat it after a while, but yeah, that's quite good. It's quite cheap as well, though. There's lots of options I looked at with epoxy flooring. It can get really expensive, and I was recommended one from a commenter, from a user, a viewer, and it seems to work well. I can give you the name of that one as well.
So the lift itself, it's a twin bush, and this is actually the same brand that I was looking at getting myself. Would you recommend this one? Does everything you need?
Yeah, it does everything I need. I wanted to go for a named brand, designed in Germany. I think I do still build it in China, but it's really high quality. This is the mid-range one.
Okay.
It has a few extra features, so it's got an electric release. You don't have to pull a cable or anything like that, so it's convenient. You can also, normally if you want to put the car down, it will lift it up before it goes down. Have I try that? See, it goes up before it goes down.
Is that just to take it off the
take off the locks? But if it's not on the locks, this lift allows you just to go straight down by holding this button like that, which is convenient because sometimes you lift it too high, or there'll be an instance where you don't want it to go down. You have to go up before it goes down. Like you might have the bonnet up and it's near the roof or something like that. So that's really handy. And little power socket here for powering things is also an optional extra.
It's quite handy.
Which is that's been nice. But like if you do like trickle charging on a car and stuff like that, it's been. Or I've had to had a hairdryer on it to do things like that.
to dry your hair.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or you know, for paintwork and stuff like that. So that's been nice. On the locks.
Any issues with them wanting to move to rip out the concrete? Anything like that? You know, any movement with the lift? Has it been fine structurally?
Yeah, it's been fine. I think it's probably worth getting this guy in to service it now, because like to re-tension the ropes and just check the fluids all right, because it's been a few years now. I mean, it's not heavily used.
Yeah.
But just make sure it's okay.
So I think you need, I think it's 8 inches of concrete for the lift. Then I'm sure that's what
You do need a certain amount. Yeah. Again, the measurement escapes me, but it is thicker in this area.
Oh, okay.
Than the rest of the garage.
Right. Okay.
I think it's like that much.
Wow. Okay. Obviously, you don't want this falling over, do you?
No. I think the bolts need retightening after a certain amount of time, so I check those occasionally.
Okay.
Yeah. Apart from that, it's trouble-free.
So, anything you change about your work area? You know, your benches and whatnot?
So, I just built my kitchen in my house when I moved in. So I built an IKEA kitchen from scratch and built it, and I was quite pleased with myself. So I thought, I'll do the same thing in the garage. So this is an IKEA kitchen, basically. So what's good is that you can measure it to exactly the right size you want. I built a little work, bench, like desky area here.
Yeah.
I spec'd all the drawers and all the handles and all the thing exactly how I wanted it. I can't remember how much it was, £1,000 or £2,000 on that all in. The surface itself isn't really fit for purpose for a garage, because it's just a laminate and it's just literally like a sticky label over some wood. So it scratches, and I need to recover this with
not hardware.
No, I need to recover it like aluminium sheet or something like that, or stainless steel sheet or something like that. So it's getting all scratched up and horrible. And also I didn't really research getting like bespoke, work units, because who are the big manufacturers of that kind of stuff, like Clark and Machine Mart and who are the big Snap-on? They all do like garage units, which are quite modular and customizable. And I didn't even look into the pricing for those, but for £2,000 you might have got something quite similar, and then you get proper, mechanics drawers and stuff like that. Whereas I've just literally got kitchen drawers.
Yeah.
So.
But I suppose it does the job, though, doesn't it?
It
looks smart, but like you said, it's probably not hard wiring, and it's probably something you are going to have to.
Yeah, I just didn't even look into I just assumed that those bespoke work units would be more expensive, but then when I looked at it a bit later, I thought, I could have maybe got those instead.
Right.
But so just look at options. This is an IKEA kitchen, but as I said, Snap-on and all those big manufacturers make proper garage units, which may not be that much more expensive and quicker to assemble, because they come kind of pre-built. So.
Okay. So you have kind of like a loft space.
A mezzanine, yes. Yeah. That wasn't with the. That didn't come with the garage. I built that myself. Okay. Because I kind of thought, there's all that wasted space up there.
Yeah. So you basically just boarded some of the roof space, essentially. Yeah. I'd probably look to do something similar myself, because like you said, it's good to have, storage.
Yeah. Nothing difficult about that, really.
No.
Just build a floor
and does that take your weight, does it? That floor, and that takes your weight, like you can go up there and
Yeah, I've reinforced it with this post.
Oh, okay, right, yeah.
So it's not all the weight is on this horizontal beam, it's supported here.
Okay. So when it comes to heating the garage, then we notice we've sort of mentioned that it can be quite sort of cold with the flooring, with the garage door. When it comes to heating, what do you do? Just wrap up, or?
I wear a lot of clothes, yes. I do have a little portable, 13 amp air heater over there, which takes the chill out of the air. The plan originally was to put a heat pump in on that wall. That's why there's a 16 amp connection there. So you have the head of the heat pump there and the compressor outside. It would have cost about £700 for like a 5 kilowatt one.
Okay.
I don't know what the running costs would have been. But after I built this, ran out of money. I thought, well, I'll see if I really need it.
Yeah.
And it's only cold for really cold for 2-3 months.
Yeah, and we didn't have, it was, you know, it hasn't been really cold, has it? Like -5, -10 for a good few years.
Even though I'm full-time YouTube now, it was just a hobby beforehand. So
yes.
I wasn't in here this much in the winter.
Yeah.
Now that I'm probably going here a lot in the winter, I might invest in the heat pump. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see. It doesn't get too bad. It's not. I mean, it gets down to like 5 or 6 maybe in here.
Oh, that's a luxury for me. I'm used to being on the driveway.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not going back to those days. Oh.
Yeah. Honestly, I would have no complaints. I'm used to lying on the driveway, water running down my neck in the freezing cold. Oh, I would love a space like this. Honestly, it'd be so nice, so clean. So, just to not be getting wet and not have the wind ruining every shot that you're trying to do.
And the best thing is you can just walk away and leave work unfinished.
Yes.
Come straight back.
Yeah. Don't worry about packing tools away and all the rest
Lowering
of it.
the car and all that kind of stuff takes forever. All the admin and the prep work.
Yes. Oh, definitely. So back outside again. I'm just going to talk a little bit about the driveway. Anything you'd change, or are you happy with it?
I think it works really well. I mean, we had a lot of driveway to do.
Yeah.
And I think this is like a stenciled concrete. So they pour concrete and they put the pattern on afterwards on top. I think it works really well and it's quite cost effective for what we did. Much cheaper than doing block paving or things like that.
I suppose it's quite low maintenance, isn't it?
Yeah.
Obviously being concrete, it should last and you shouldn't have weeds and things like that.
Exactly, no weeds. You do get weeds and expansion cracks.
Okay.
That they've cut in, but they're really easy to manage.
Yeah.
The only downside to it is that even though they do cut these huge lines in it for expansion,
right,
you still get quite a lot of cracking in it.
Yeah. Which obviously nothing can be done for that, can it?
I think you can pay them to come back and resurface it. That's the other thing. Every 4 to 5 years, the colour starts to wear out on it, and you can see, especially over there where we've jet washed, you can see like the stones and the concrete material coming through. It starts looking like ugly concrete.
Right.
So they do so every 4 years, they come back and they refinish it. So I think they might be able to get rid of the cracks then potentially, but you can get big lumps coming off and stuff like that. I wouldn't change it. I'm really happy with it. But it just, I didn't know that when they did say there'd be cracks, but you kind of think when they chop it all up into these big sections, you wouldn't get these ugly lines. But yeah, they're all over the place. But there you go.
Yeah, but it seems to be holding up, you know, with the traffic. There's no dents or anything like that, I suppose.
No, it's absolutely fine. Yeah.
Okay, so Neil, massive thanks
thank you for coming down.
Showing me your dream car garage.
I like showing off, it's fine.
Yeah, honestly, it's been so eye-opening. There's so many different things you don't pick up from the videos, and yeah, some invaluable information, I'm sure. We're now going to go inside and do some work on your BMW E61, aren't we? Got some aircon compressor and aircon condenser. So hopefully that goes smoothly.
That'll be coming out on my channel, Road and Race, so if you want to
make sure you do check out Road and Race, of course. Links down in the description box below. And yeah, hopefully you all have enjoyed this video. I want to thank you all for watching. Give this one a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you have not already done so. Also check out Neil's channel, and I'll see you all in that next one.
Thank you. Cheers.